Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran about the state of the people when they are raised on the day of judgment. And they say, قَالُوا كَمْ لَبِثْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ عَدَدَ سِنِينَ. How many years do you think you were in the earth? قَالُوا لَبِثْنَا يَوْمًا أَوْ بَعْضَ يَوْمٍ فَاسْأَلِ الْعَادِّينَ. They will say to each other, oh, it was a day or part of a day. Ask those who keep count, either the angels or the righteous people. قَالُوا إِلَّا بِثْتُمْ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. You only stayed in this earth a very short time. This whole earth will seem like a speck of time in the end. And then you're united with your loved ones. Brothers and sisters, let me ask you something. What do you think is the strongest support for yourself when somebody passes away, or any kind of grief that you go through? We have Muslims and non-Muslims around the world. We have experts on social media always telling us how to get through grief and whatever. Well, what separates a Muslim than the rest? Everybody can deal with it in some way or another. But what separates a Muslim? See, I thought about that. When my family passed away, a few months later, you heard about that Christian family in Sydney who had their family got run over. Their girls who got run over on the footpath. They're a Christian Lebanese family. How did they get through it, even though they're not Muslim? And how am I going through it when I'm a Muslim? Aren't they supposed to be on the wrong path, not Muslim, following Jesus Christ as the Son of God? Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. Anybody who has some belief or faith in something can hold on to it to a certain degree. And they're closer to the truth than other people because they believe in Allah. And they believe in Allah even though they've got shirk or whatever, but they're holding on to some belief. But they had to have somebody to tell them, like the priest or the church or so on and so forth. And I assure you that their process is not the same as my process and your process. There's something for us that goes even further than that. There is something called yaqeen. Yaqeen means absolute assurity of what I'm believing and what I'm saying. And the backup that comes with it is not from the mouths of people, but from the Quran itself. Meaning, where did I find my solace, do you think? The Quran. I found it in the Quran. I'll tell you why. When you believe in the hereafter, it makes everything else in this world suddenly appear from a new perspective. I wonder if you've studied about the hereafter enough to find yourself right now imagining yourself as if you're already standing on the day of judgment and looking at yourself. This is how I think. I thought of myself standing on the day of judgment and looking at myself backwards. What would I be thinking on that day? Right now I'm thinking the afterlife is somewhere far away and I wonder where they are and all that stuff, and I'm thinking about the now. But if I were to die and I'm in the hereafter and then looking back at myself knowing that I will never go back, and then I see in front of me paradise and hellfire, those who are going to paradise, those who are going to hellfire, I see my family, I see my children, I see my siblings, I see all these people. Where is the destination, brothers and sisters? Where's the destination? Does anyone know where the destination is? Our belief in the hereafter suddenly tells us our destination is not here.